Thanks for taking the time to join us this afternoon. Would you like to start off with the opening statement?
Yes. Just looking at the film, watching it, talking through with the staff, just a game of missed opportunities, kind of like we alluded to afterwards. That's myself included too. Got to make sure we come away with the run game going. And that's something that we believe in. We have two great backs. Rico, Chuba looked awesome, and the offensive line blocked really well. The combos were going, and wasn't able to get the run game going. Partly just call the runs, and
He's been muted.
The other part of it, just 1 for 7 on.
We can't hear anything.
We can't
We
hear
haven't
him.
heard anything since
Oh
this
man,
first
you missed it. I was on fire.
We missed all the good stuff.
You just gave us the lunch coach, Coach.
Okay, here we go. So, hey, just wanted to address the game again. Mentioned it afterwards. A game of missed opportunities, and the defense played great. Had 3 interceptions. Played the run game pretty well. Had a couple popped out on us, but for the most part, somewhere in the 3.8 average in the run game, and played a solid day. Played physical throughout. Offensively, just could not get our rhythm going, and really it just started off with the run game. I have to make sure that comes alive. That's a part of who we are. It's a part of what we believe in, and we have 2 great backs that contribute to this team. The offensive line was blocking well, and that was a missed opportunity by me, and I'll do better in that regard. But in general, as we had some opportunities to make this game, a lot closer, even as we were battling ourselves back into it.
We'll start things with Joe Person, followed by David Newton.
Hey, Dave, obviously the league acted on Trayvon. Do you know whether he is going to appeal that?
I'm not sure. That's up to Trey and his whole group as they discuss this. So, but he and I had a good conversation. Obviously, I'll keep all those things private between Trey and I, but they'll make any decisions going forward.
And then what are the updates on all your injured guys, but I guess specifically on the two in protocol, JC and Claude?
Yep, just in concussion protocol right now. We'll take that day to day. And then the one I will share with is Corey Thornton suffered a fractured tibia, I believe, fibula, and it's going to require surgery, and he'll be out for the season.
And Dave, did I see Trayvon leaving in a boot last night also?
He's got something going on with his ankle. He's being evaluated as well, and he'll be day to day. We'll give you the full report of it on Wednesday.
Thank you.
Hey, Dave, can you expand on what you saw in the video regarding Trayvon and what your thoughts were on that?
I will not.
Jeff Hawkins.
Hey, greetings, Coach.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, you mentioned the run defense. Chris Barnes finished with a game-high 10 tackles and jumped in to pull Jennings away from Trayvon. But with Sherless going down, did Barnes show enough in his first start to secure a spot on the 53 with the Rams coming in?
That's certainly part of our discussion right now. Loved the way Chris played physical, was playing good assignment football, and Bam Martin-Scott also got in at the end and really flashed, showed some athleticism and length, and just a real instinctually getting to the ball and then the run game in a different ways.
I was going to follow up with Martin Scott. What did he show you in the second half? And with the Rams coming in, are you going to rely on Barnes' experience?
Yeah, that's the plan right now is to hopefully get Trevin back. As you know, he's been week to week, and then just look at the rest of the group to see who can help us.
Hey, thank you, Coach.
Yep.
John Ellis.
Coach, good afternoon. How you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good, man. You have a history a little bit in the NFC West, of course. If you wouldn't mind sharing some thoughts on Coach McVay, his staff. Obviously, you're familiar with some because they're on your staff now. Just take us back a little bit and some of the things to look out for, not just strategy-wise, but just personality-wise.
Yeah, just love the way that they're innovators, the way that he takes the game, the core principles of the game, and then just tries to expand it, and understanding that our role as coaches is to continue to build this game and move it forward. And Sean has been at the forefront of that part, not just from a football standpoint, but operationally too. The plan of the week, how he schedules things with his players, how he speaks to his players, and really has an environment that grows young men and helps them become better pros, helps them to really approach their work with professionalism.
The Care Navigator.
Thanks, Coach.
David Newton.
Hey, Coach, me again. You mentioned that you got to get the running game or get more involved in that.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, in hindsight, looking back on that you gave up on that too early because you guys were averaging 5 yards a carry?
Yeah, not too early, just in general, David. I think that's the part that I can take an accountability for is making sure that it's a part of it throughout the process, throughout the game. It gives us great balance, and I love to give the ball to Rico, love to give the ball to Chuba so that they can make an impact on the game in their own way.
Okay. And what are your tentative plans if you don't have Trayvon in the game?
Yeah, we have a bunch of guys that we're bringing in. We have guys in the building that we'll talk through.
Thanks.
Joe Person.
Dave, about the run game, Rico put up a post on social media today with kind of a confused emoji. Have you had a chance to talk with him? It seemed like he wasn't real thrilled with his role last night.
I have not.
Will you seek to do that?
Not right now.
And then, Dave, Isaiah Simmons, is the plan to play him at linebacker or safety?
We're going to figure that part out. He's also been a contributor on special teams, but he's a big, fast athlete, worth just bringing in. Getting him out there, getting him comfortable with our schemes and hearing our words.
You think he's got a chance to be up this week?
He may.
Thanks.
Mike Serlarte.
Thanks, kid. Hey, Coach. The thought on the quick turnaround. I mean, this was obviously an attrition game in San Francisco, and you're hoping to get Trevin back, but the jury's out on Claude and JC because it's early in the week. How difficult of a week is this for you guys in terms of planning and prepping for a really good Rams team?
Yeah, a short week has its challenges, but at the same time, this is the next championship opportunity, and we got to make sure that when the players roll back in tomorrow, we're ready to get back to our processes, get into the game plan, and get ready for the Rams.
We have time for a couple more. We'll go with Vashti.
Hi, Dave. Just curious what your evaluation was of Bryce after watching the tape, and then what were your conversations like with him today?
Yeah, we have a lot to improve collectively as a group. I know Bryce will be the first one up here and tell you can do a better job on some of those interceptions. And those are all things that we're working on together. And we'll attack it tomorrow when the players come in.
John Ellis. John, you're on mute.
Sorry about that, guys. Jalen Coker has been back in and out of the lineup a little bit here. Looks like he's playing in the slot outside as well. How's he coming along from your perspective, and what's the challenge from your end and Brad's end in balancing all of the talent you have out there? Leggett obviously working his way into the role that he's trying to work into, and how do you balance developing him but knowing that Coker offers something as well on the outside?
Yeah, the hope is that as our concepts continue to materialize, as guys are detailed with it, in all respects, really, it starts up front with protection. But for this skill group, I'm really excited about the growth and the steps that this group has been taking, with T-Mac and Xavier and Jalen really being the primary targets on some of those things. And Jalen's made the most of his opportunities, and I'm proud that he's showing up that way.
Thanks, Coach.
Our last two questions will go with Mike Solarte and things off with Nate Wimberly.
Thanks again, Kia. Dave, I know you addressed it in your opening statement about the missed opportunities. Is there a level of frustration about that because you know that it was there, things were there for you, and 12 games in, you don't want to miss on opportunities like you had?
Yeah, we feel like that collectively. We feel like we missed some opportunities, especially the way the defense was playing in the first half. We could have capitalized on those things, and I expect that to happen in the future. Those are the things we talk about as a group, to cash in on the turnovers that happen, and offensively to take care of the ball, to eliminate those types of things because it leads to points, and we can do a better job there. 0 for 2 in the red zone, 1 for 7 on third down. Those are critical areas to extend drives, to come away with points, and we got to do better there.
Thank you.
Hey, Coach. Historically, this season, this team has always seemed to rebound from bad games and bad losses and things of that nature. But with the way things happened last night, and the injury starting to mount, and you're about to take on arguably the best team in the NFC, how do you keep this thing from snowballing and making sure this team can rebound and get back to where you guys want to be?
We just take it 1 week at a time. Every game's a championship opportunity, and our focus has to be that way. We have to look at each day as critical. Every walkthrough, every meeting, every practice, it all counts. It all matters and points to that goal to create that championship mindset so that we can be ready for these games, these high-stakes games, and this opportunity this weekend.
All right, Coach, that seems to be all the questions that we have for you today. Thank you so much for taking the time.
All right, thank you.